Vegetable.
So what are you doing for Thanksgiving? I think this year I'm just going to meet with my family at my house. My daughter's away at college, so I'm asking if she wants to join. She's a vegetarian, so I need to figure out what she's going to eat. Obviously not turkey, but what are your plans?
I'm actually staying here. I was thinking about going home to Vegas, but because panels the week right after Thanksgiving, I thought it'd be better if I stayed. So I'm actually going over to Amy Forte's house. You know Amy, right?
I'm not sure which one Amy is.
She's a Paxton student now. Sometimes she wears glasses. She looks really athletic, always has her hair in a bun for the most part.
Oh, okay, maybe, yeah.
So is it hard to cook for your daughter since she's a vegetarian?
So she decided to become a vegetarian on the day of Thanksgiving, so I was like, that's really weird, are you sure? And in the house, you know, obviously it's filled with smells of the food, the turkey, but she decided that day that, for whatever reason, she wanted to become a vegetarian. I think she was around 14, and now she's 19, so for 5 years she's been a vegetarian, 14.
Do you make like a tofu turkey? I heard they had those type of things.
No, she doesn't really like that. I just make various vegetables. Rolls and pasta. I know it's kind of strange, but... And then the stuffing that I make, I use pasta in there. It's like a pasta shell, and then I stuff those, have a sauce under it, and I put it in the oven. And I eat that with the turkey, so it's pretty good.
That's interesting. I never had a stuffing like that, but I don't really like stuffing in the first place. I don't know where they got putting it into a bird and letting it cook. I mean, ugh, it's just gross, kind of.
No, the stuffing is actually in like a pasta shell. It's separate from
Oh
the
yeah,
turkey.
no, I definitely understand that.
And cheese.
It's more the fact that like stuffing originally usually goes in the turkey, which is kind of gross. It's ugh.
Yeah, I know. Some people prefer that taste though. What is your favorite food?
Related to Thanksgiving food?
Yeah.
It's more because I have an Italian background, so we'll have a turkey, but then most of the time we'll have a pasta or something like that, and I don't really like turkey, so I usually eat the pasta. It's a weird kind of pasta because it has fish in it, like calamari, the like octopus and squid, or like crab legs too. That's what I tend to eat. That's like mostly my favorite thing to eat. I always have my grandma make it for me when I'm home.
Wait, the bag?
Yeah, because there's like a different kind. The way Italians make their food versus the way Americans make their food. And like a pumpkin pie tends to be more of like American. And Italians tend to serve fish. I don't serve fish on Thanksgiving, but I've seen it. I've seen that happen before. Not a lot, but some people serve fish on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I definitely understand that. We never have pumpkin pie. We'll have like maybe apple pie, but most of the time for dessert we'll have like cannolis or something, some kind of an Italian cookie.
Do you know how to make cannolis?
Actually, I do. My grandmother taught me, and I even know how to make the shells for the cannolis. Like, and I have the old wooden rolls.
It's like fried, right?
Yes.
You have to
yeah.
fry it.
time.
Does it take a lot of time to make?
No, because the dough itself is really simple. Everything's actually really simple for that, but it's just taking the time to really like roll it out, make sure every shell is like a perfectly like thin layer, and when you roll it onto the pin and drop it into the fryer itself, that's what like the hard part really is. The filling's really easy to make too. I think it's only what, cream, ricotta cheese, sugar, and vanilla extract.
Do you add chocolate to it, or?
Some people like to dip theirs in chocolate, the shells, or they add chocolate chips they fill it and then they put chocolate chips at the ends of them. But that's
Yeah,
all
I've
I've
seen that
really
before.
seen. Other than that, most of the time we just plain how they come. Powdered sugar.
What do you prefer? Like the traditional kind?
Yeah. I mean, for me, and not only that, I've also noticed a lot of people don't really like cannolis unless they've grown up with them, because the texture inside the cannoli itself is kind of weird for people.
Well, I make that same kind of cheese, and I put it inside the shell. But some people don't like that texture of the cheese, and they kind of brush it off. But when I put it in the oven, it melts. I mean, not really completely melts, but it doesn't bother me. I like it.
Yeah, I don't know. People, for the most part, I just enjoy food. Texture's never been a problem for me, but I know other people I've dated, it's like, oh, I can't eat mushrooms. The texture is weird. I'm like, what do you mean? It's just food. Chew it and eat it. What's your favorite kind of food?
Really, it depends on the kind of mood I'm in. I really like turkey, so.
Really?
But you don't like turkey. Some vegetables. Berries, really. Just depends on the kind of mood. I make something different every day. Like green vegetables. Carrots and I don't know how it's spelled, but you know, it's like a root vegetable. It's white. I have no idea how it's spelled, but I tend to chop that up and mix it and put it in the oven. Pretty good. I don't think a lot of people eat that, but I think it's good. It's different. I like trying things different. My husband, he's always like, "What is that? Is that cooked?" And I'm like, "Whatever."
Yeah, I don't have a husband, but and I don't really like, cook that often for anybody else. But I mean, I'm always out there taste-wise. Like I always want to go to different restaurants and try different foods. I'm trying to find something new. I really appreciate Asian cultures, their food, especially Korean. Oh, Korean barbecue.
I like trying different foods too, like Indian food and just different kinds, really. Some look kind of strange, but I'll still try it. And I won't really know until I taste it if I like it. Like, okay, that looks really strange, but maybe it'll taste good. So, you know, how does someone know just by judging of their appearance? Like, I know it looks bad, but whatever. You don't know until you try it.
I always thought like people would grow out of that. You know, maybe it was like a kid thing because like, oh, I don't like the way it looks. But I even see more adults do that kind of thing. I'm like, really? Like, how do you expect to make your kids eat anything?
Right. I mean, I'll eat anything, so. So when my daughter decided herself to become a vegetarian, I was like, okay.
Did you think she would actually follow through with it?
I mean, she still is. I'm surprised. She talked about becoming a vegan before. And I started becoming worried because she still needs to grow and she needs milk and vegan, no milk, no eggs, no dairy products. So, but she didn't become a vegan, she's still vegetarian.
Yeah, vegan's way too much for me. I remember Dr. Jim was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be a vegan now. I was like, I can never cut cheese out of my diet. I love cheese. It's like the perfect ingredient for everything.
Right, yeah.
Bob Piper?
I thought Crumb is a vegan too right now.
Is he?
Yeah. He started last year, maybe the spring of last year.
The guy?
What's
They're
up, that guy?
they're overtaking our department. I thought we got rid of all of them when the last class graduated.
No. So maybe Peter can become a vegan too. No.
He better not.
I doubt it though. Yeah, I doubt it.
I'll just die. I mean, we need some meat eaters in this department.
And then I paid a bit.
If I eat fish, I need some kind of, I mean, for vitamins. The human body needs the vitamins. So vegetables, if you're only limiting yourself to eating vegetables, it's really not enough. You're not getting the vitamins that you need. So vegetarians tend to take the pills, the vitamin pills, but
But you know what, I've also heard, I worked with a woman, she was vegan and she was pregnant and she looked awful during her entire pregnancy. She ended up carrying really low because of it. And she wouldn't take any of her prenatals because most of the time the vitamins and those type of things are spliced with fish or certain different products. And she's like, well, it's not totally vegan, so I'm not going to take these. But, I mean, now it's the welfare of your baby. It's not your choice, it's baby choice. So I was really surprised at that kind of thought process.
yeah, I know.
It's just interesting.
I think you're right. Okay, thank you.
Yay!
Okay.